there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, as we all know, Necropolis is coming in less than 24 hours, and therefore, obviously, most of you who are planning to do their own initial completion runs realize that your first rank 2 to 3 gem that you get from completion is going to be a class 1. Now, I already kind of made a video talking about, the champions that I personally think are the best to rank 3 of each class. But this is going to be more personalized and specified video for my own account and kind of explaining my thought process class per class. Out of all the classes, there's only really one class whose gem I really don't want that much, and I'm going to explain why. So we're going to start with the science class and my science 7 stars. So if I happen to pull a science gem, I'd be tremendously happy about that. And as we can see, I by no means have like all the best science champions or all of the science champions. However, science class is so stacked that it's kind of hard to find like a set of 7 champions where you wouldn't want to rank up any of them. And it's kind of similar in my case. The most annoying bit is that all of them are pretty much unduped, but there are clear 4 frontrunners, and those are the 4 that I have taken to rank 2. Most likely, if I do happen to get a science gem, I'd be taking up that photon. That is also taking up some considerable amount of risk, considering she's still up for balancing. And if I want to be valiant, as soon as it launches and before the Cyber Weekend offers and all that other stuff, then I'm not going to have the luxury of just waiting to see whether she gets balanced or not. The other options obviously still are great. Spider-Ham, Hulk, and Titania. I love all of them. And Spider-Ham has been tremendously great for me, so has been the Hulk. But if I still need to pick in between them, and if I do get a science gem, then it will go for Photon. Honestly, it could potentially also be a target of my generic gem if I don't get a science class gem once I explore Necropolis, because Photon has been just amazing pretty much everywhere, defensively and offensively, and so forth. If my Spider-Ham was awakened, then I would potentially do him first. Hulk is definitely still a great pick, so is Titania. But here I'd be personally going with Photon, knowing that I will never, ever, ever get to see my Photon in Battlegrounds because everybody's just going to ban that. But yes, that is the science class. Let's move on to skill class. And skill class is also quite easy for me. There's not too much to ponder. Obviously, there are several great options in skill class to take rank 3, namely, let's say, Shang-Chi, or if you like Mantis, I'm sure plenty of people will do that. I'm sure some people will do Black Cat or duped Korg if they have a duped Korg. For me, it's quite easy. It's Killmonger. My Killmonger is already ranked 2. Killmonger has been phenomenal in Battlegrounds as a defender. He's really chunky. Plenty of times he has gotten me wins in matchups where, opponent has the CGR to nuke him down, but it still takes a while just because how beefy he is. And I actually have won some fights with him offensively as well, so quite like that. And I have always quite liked Killmonger, and, having the character as 7-star makes a lot easier to like specific champions. So yeah, in skill class, it's quite easy. If I get a skill gem, it just goes to Killmonger. There's not much to think or ponder about. Again, one more champion that I probably wouldn't see ever, but, fair enough. In mutant class also, I was really worried about my mutants up until, 2 or 3 7-star crystals ago when I pulled Bishop. Bishop here is the clear favorite. Yes, he's unawakened, but Bishop doesn't really need that dupe. If my Domino is duped, I would have taken her to rank 2 already, and she would be a potential candidate. I might, if my Domino is Sig 20, maybe I would consider taking Domino ahead of Bishop to rank 3. But as long as my Domino is not duped, I'm definitely just ranking up Bishop. He's been great for defense, for offense, and he has some very cheesy matchups, and he's one of those champions that can always put opponents on notice on whether it be that Alliance Wars, be that everywhere else. And for an older champion, granted he has gotten rework, he kind of hits all the mutant characteristics and the stuff that you expect mutant champions to do. He has a ton of prowess effects, which allows him to, synergize extremely well with a ton of mutant nodes. He has access to regen effects very, very easily. And then there are some cheese aspects, and he punishes purification, and he has the passive stun thing, which makes him great against virtually, like, all the skill champions. I also like his massive, massive energy resistance. And yeah, if I had my Domino duped, I would have Think or Ponder. Since I don't, it's quite easy. Moving on to Mystics. And here again, I think I just have my clear favorite here. There's no other way to put it. America Chavez has been phenomenal. She has been probably my overall best 7-star rank up. She's been, utilized in 7-for-7 challenge. She has done great there. She's great for Alliance Wars, be that as a defender, be that as an attacker. She's great for Battlegrounds. She does a ton of matchups that people wouldn't suspect her to. She is actually a very, very good counter to Mystic champions, which I absolutely love about America Chavez, because she can reverse Mystic Dispersion, and that makes, fighting Grintras and fighting Dragonmans and whatnot a lot easier. And then obviously on defense, she also can be a menace, especially with her, very specific AI profile when she just randomly throws heavy attacks in the middle of the map. And she has been more than solid on defense and, won like absolutely phenomenal on offense. And also somehow has managed to get her to 660. She was unduped for the longest time. I took her to rank 2 unduped, and then I duped her 3 times. So Chavez it is. If my Sasquatch was duped, that would be a tough choice, because I think Sasquatch is the type of champion that, pretty much will always be relevant just because of how thick and tanky he is. And I would want my Sasquatch to be duped. However, if I didn't have America Chavez, I'd still probably go with unduped Sasquatch to rank 3. He'd still be an absolute tank. And again, there are some other solid options, but yeah, America Chavez it is for sure. Now, a few classes where it is a bit more difficult in a sense. My first and only rank 2 tech champion at the moment is Mysterio. And there are some champions, Warlock, Howard the Duck, that I would want to take rank 2 if they were duped to begin with. And the problem with Warlock is that they also have rank 5 6-star already. Obviously, there is a clear favorite tech champion to take to rank 3, for me at the very least, which is Shuri. Therefore, it is more than likely that upon the completion of Necropolis, I will be choosing tech class crystals to try and pull that Shuri. If I don't, then I might just wait until I explore Necropolis. I probably will just end up waiting until I explore Necropolis, pick Shuri from that champion selector that we have, and then take Shuri to rank 3. Because, Warlock's awesome. I really, really do like Warlock. But at this point, I already have a borderline PTSD about not having a 7-star Shuri, and I really, really like that champion. Absolutely does not need to be awakened. It's tremendously useful, both offensively and defensively. And, so if I get a tech gem from completion, and I don't pull Shuri by the time I explore Necropolis, I'll just, select Shuri from that selector and take her to rank 3. If something goes completely wrong, then it would be Warlock. I think Mysterio is solid rank up as well, but I want Shuri. And the last class, the class that I don't want to get checked. First of all, I only have 4 Cosmic 7-stars. So I clearly haven't been pulling many Cosmic champions. And here, the most realistic candidate to take out for me is Silver Surfer. It's not just a prestige move, even though having high prestige, from Silver Surfer would be quite cool too. But I also really do like the character. And another option would be potentially to take Maestro if he's good up. I would definitely have to ponder that once we actually see the champion. But with all the champions that are available, I think Cosmic Class is one of the kind of like worst champion selections. Again, Cosmic Class in the game is tremendously powerful, but Cosmic Class is also very top heavy. And we don't really have most of the Cosmic heavy hitters available as 7-stars yet. And, plenty of champions that would be cool if you get them awakened as well type of situation. So if I pull Cosmic, that is definitely the least wanted one. That is the one that I'd kind of be somewhat unhappy about. But more than likely, I just end up either taking up my Surfer, which is fine, you know, I actually like Surfer much more than most people, or I'd wait a bit and see how I like Maestro and how useful he is as a defender. Those would be the two options. Other than that, obviously Gore and Odin are potential options as well, but at that point, I think it's kind of just personal preference for me leaning towards Surfer. And yeah, Cosmic Glass, I think. Well, I mean, it depends. If you have like a duped Terax, I would want to rank up that, or if I had a duped Hyperion or duped Venom, I'd probably want to go with Venom. But again, I haven't pulled many of the Cosmics, and most of them I'm not like over the moon with. I think they're fine champions. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to dislike Angela or Gamora or something else, but for most of them, they're not exactly the champions that you want to rush to rank 3. So those are my plans. I definitely, and listen, Kabam, carefully. I have gotten bammed and bamboozled and messed around so much. I swear to God, if I get a Cosmic rank up gem, I'm gonna flip my bitch switch and there's going to be 17 rant videos coming about everything, every bug. Come on, let's just make a deal. Make a deal. No Cosmic, okay? Tech gem's fine. Science is the best. Love a Mystic gem. Mutant's fine. Skill's fine. Just no Cosmic gem. Pretty please. So let me know what are your rank up plans, which is the class that you hope to avoid. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about